Welcome, Morris Hills families, to Back to School Night. I wanted to thank you for taking time out to learn more about our ESL program and your student schedule. My name is Mr. Romano. I'm an ESL teacher here at Morris Hills. It is my 14th year teaching ESL in New Jersey. I've also taught overseas, and I'm very passionate about what I do. I absolutely love getting to know the students and teaching them how to be independent and how to achieve whatever their goals might be, and do it with a new language and a new setting, which is not an easy task. ESL Intermediate is the second level of ESL here at Morris Hills. We have a 3-level program. We have a lot of goals for our program, from increasing literacy skills, building vocabulary, increasing confidence to speak and present in English. But our ultimate goal is for all the students to be able to be successful in an academic setting, which means that they're able to communicate, read, write, speak in all of their classes, and eventually exit our program. The course content here in Intermediate ESL comprises of a lot of intermediate grammar, verb tenses. Students learn formal writing structure, from sentence structure and composition to paragraph development, and into things like descriptive writing, how-to essays, personal essays, article summaries, persuasive writing, as well as vocabulary development through reading and reading comprehension. I'll be honest, Intermediate ESL is a very critical class for ESL students. The ultimate success of ESL students, some students go right from intermediate to exiting the program. So there's a lot of possibilities from the content of this course. This year, the technology is going to be the real hub of our learning. Google Classroom is where all of our materials, assignments, and daily activities will take place. There are a lot of other applications that the Morris Hills District has made available to us, and we're very lucky to have them. There's a list of them here. Google Drive is really the heart of our Google suite, and that's something the students will be using every day to be organized. There will not be a lot of paper assignments or handing out and collecting anything. So everything we do will be using the Chromebooks and all of these applications. Communication with me. So I'm available every day. My email is jromano@mhrd.org. So I can be reached from parents, from students. I will respond as quickly as possible during the school day. Every day I have office hours. So after classes are over from Tuesday to Friday, I'm available either through Google Chat or through Zoom conferencing from 2 to 3. So students can come to me for extra help every single day. Monday, I'm available from 1 to 2 p.m. We also have ESL virtual homework help, which is available to all ESL students after school Monday, 3 to 4. That will be a virtual Zoom link as well. And myself, the other ESL staff, as well as a bilingual Spanish teacher, will be available to help them with any homework they need to bring, whether it's math, science, history, or other classes. We'll be there to help them. Homework assignments. I have a number of different types of homework. It's all very meaningful. My intention for homework is to build skills, as well as at times we might be doing pre-learning tasks where students will do independent work to prepare. At times it could be practice. At times it could be application, like writing or speaking presentations. But this year, the limit on homework is really 20 minutes per night. So make sure students understand this, so they're not taking more than that time. We know that they have other obligations and other class obligations. So there will be a limit on suggested homework time. My grading policy is fairly simple. It's called a total points policy, which basically means of all the assignments a student does in one marking period, and here are the typical amount of point values for each. At the end of the marking period, we add up the total points available and divide that by the total points the student received. And then we'll get an average. So It's easy for students to follow, to keep track of. They can also access their grades at all times in Aspen, which is our grading portal. You also, as a guardian and parent, have access to their grading portal as well. Um, we have open assignments where students may work with each other. We have closed assignments that require only individual work, and they always know which type it is. Um, as we go down this year, we have behavioral guidelines or rules. Health is a big focus of this year, clearly. These are school rules with self screening and being aware of our own kind of germs and wearing masks at all times. And these are things we're all adhering to on a daily basis. The rest of these rules refer to really student behavior. What I would like to share with you tonight is our Zoom virtual classroom behavior. So in our hybrid model, students will be spending half of their time at home, half of their time in person. While they're home, they're going to be using Zoom, which is a virtual video conference. While they're on the Zooms, it's important that their camera is always on. And this is how we note our attendance. So to be considered present, a student must be visible. So some students might try this and just not be in the camera or just show their forehead or the top of their head. Unfortunately, that is not acceptable to be marked present. Students should not remain silent. It's expected that students participate, that they're not on mute, and that they're actively participating with the class. Although we're doing virtual classes, students will be able to work with others. We will be able to go into virtual groups where students can communicate privately. Students will be asked to share their screens so that the teacher, myself in the classroom, I can see and note the progress and the work they've been doing that day. If possible, students should be sitting up, not laying in a bed, and hopefully, if possible, at a desk or even a table. And lastly, students should not be on their cell phones, talking on the phone or watching TV up on the wall, or at times, looking down and playing video games. Those are not acceptable behaviors. We're on a limited time as it is. We have 1 hour every other day, so we need to make the most of that time. And doing these things clearly does not do that. And then something for the parents and for the guardians. If a student is sick or chooses to stay home and participate virtually when they are scheduled to be in school, that is okay. But a parent or guardian needs to call or email the attendance office to tell them or notify them of this change. So if you have a student who should be in school on a Tuesday and they choose to stay home to participate virtually, please let the office know in the morning. You can leave a message on the phone. You can send a message via email. All of that is fine. The last thing is just to take a look. This is what our Google Classroom looks like. This is the front page, and it's typically just announcements. I have the schedule posted here. If they go into Classroom, what they're going to see is a very organized by topic menu. So we have materials. In this case, this is our textbook that we've been using. So it's always there. We have daily assignments. So they can see the dates on the side. And if they miss anything, it's all right there. The course syllabus. We have our Zoom link. We have a recent homework as well. So the students, they'll know what to do. They can access the homework, the directions. They can hand it in all virtually. So at the end of the day, it's really very organized. And I think using Classroom and Google Drive will, as they get used to it, will end up being a benefit for everyone. So that's about it for me. If you would like to access this entire syllabus in Spanish, just go down and you see ESL Intermedio and toda la información es en español. Thank you so much for your time. I look forward to having a spectacular year and watching your students grow and reach all the successes. Thank you so much. I hope to see you later this year in one of our ESL parent programs, whether in person or virtual. Have a wonderful day.